Momentum isn't built in crushing yourself every once in a while. It's built through showing up every day. So today, we're gonna take it a little bit easier and have an active recovery day so that tomorrow we can get back and hit it hard and make progress all the time. Let's go. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Adam, and I've been coaching health and fitness for 25 years, and this is the program that now I can't get to the gym as much that is allowing me to get to my goals every day. So join us if you're interested. First step, we're gonna grab a counterbalance, either a weight or a chair, and we're gonna prime our minds. We start our day by choosing our thoughts as opposed to defaulting. So first thing I want to hear every day is I am responsible. And I'm going to repeat this to myself when I wake up, when I do it here, when I do it later when the girls wake up, because my success or my failure or where I get to in life is up to me. I get up at 4:30. Nobody's going to come and wake me up and do it for me. I'm responsible. So what I get and what I achieve is going to come from my efforts. Next is I will make time between stimulus and response. And for me, that's just about giving the people around me a more calculated answer, a more calculated response from whatever stimulus comes at me that's not as reactive, snappy, kind of atom reaction. Next is I have all I need to succeed today and will focus on progress over perfection. That gives me permission to take a step and not worry about the end goal as being big and far off. When you break it down and allow yourself to do small, manageable, daily chunks, you make progress towards that goal and over time get there, as opposed to being paralyzed by analysis of the huge, far off, lofty goal. And the last is I choose gratitude. And as more positivity happens in my life, I want to see it. I have a tendency as a coach to see the faults, to see the negative, to see the things that need to be fixed as opposed to the things that are already fantastic. So if I can focus more on the things that are positive, I will see more of the positive, and that will be a cycle. So I am responsible. I will make time between stimulus and response. I have all I need to succeed today and will focus on progress over perfection. I choose gratitude. Great. So step 2, we're gonna get the body warmed up here. There is just a general warm up coming up on the screen, which I'll walk you through here. Or you can do your own warm up on a machine, whatever you'd like. So you'll notice I'll start with some hip flexor warm up in the form of knee raises, 5 to 10 per side, followed by some good mornings, just hinging at the hip, trying to maintain a nice neutral spine there, moving around the hip, and some lunges. Starting to get the blood flowing in the legs, followed by just some nice easy burpees, and then some squats. So we'll move through this together. Once again, you can follow your own warm-up if you'd like, but let's get the blood flowing and talk about really how that's kind of the purpose of today. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit beat up right now, so I've programmed this kind of active recovery day, but you can throw one of these in whenever you need. So we'll talk about this a little bit here, just the point of active recovery. 2 purposes, which we'll chat about as we go here. Excuse me. So the goal of the active recovery, I'll talk about kind of what we're gonna do today first, and then why you would maybe want to do this. So our goal today is just to move the body, right? To increase blood flow, move the joints around in a way that's not going to leave us beat up tomorrow, right? So I'm not necessarily trying to lift anything heavy. I'm not necessarily trying to go to a place where I'm extremely fatigued doing that movement. What I'm looking for is just moving around. Excuse me. Some people will do this, with a long walk or even a swim. or a bike ride, something where you can keep the intensity relatively low, and go for a long enough time that you just get the blood flowing, lubricate everything, and move. Because what you'll find is when you do that, when the body is a little bit sore, like kind of I'm feeling today, that you'll feel good during, right, as you're doing that active recovery work, the body starts to feel nice, just like we do during a workout anytime. But then ideally the benefit is that afterwards, the next day, your body's more ready and feeling better for exercise the next time. So we'll go second round of the warm-up here. The second, what are you eating? The second benefit, or reason why we would take an active recovery day is that we're trying to build a habit. And this is why I'm here every day. This is why you guys are here every day, is because habits are much easier built consistently than off and on. So if you decide that, a few days a week, you're going to take a rest day or an active recovery day, and it doesn't fit your schedule, it doesn't stay in line with the routine, it's going to be much easier to take the next day off and the next day off. Once you fall off that routine, that habit starts to change, it becomes harder and harder to maintain. So personally, I want to maintain this routine. I'm still going to get up early. I'm still going to go through the whole format. I'm still going to do my homework afterwards. But I'm not necessarily going to crush myself. So we're building the habit together of just being here every day. Of every day I get up at the same time, which just makes it that much easier. Every day after that, wake up, no snooze, drink some water, come down, get ready to move with no scroll. And then when I come down here, it's move. As I'm saying right now, it doesn't have to be kick your ass, but move. Because then the habit is every single day, I get up early and I move. And it's as easy as that if you do it consistently every day. So today, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take it a little bit easy, and maybe this becomes a weekly thing. Who knows? And our goal, once again, is move the body, feel good. So there's step 2, warm up down. We're going to start talking about our session here today, our workout. So as usual, we're going to go 2 movements, alternating through 10 minutes. Generally, I say work for 30 seconds each, but these are going to be relatively low intensity, or at least one of them will be, so I may aim for more than 30 seconds on that. So our 2 movements, one is going to be just a dead hang, and the other one's going to be something like a gorilla walk, and I may have made up the name for that, so don't look it up. So let's do this. All right, so movement number 1 is the hang. So I'll show you what that's going to look like. I'll give you some scaling options. So I've got this pull-up bar in the door frame. The advantage of this, I guess, is that it's a little bit lower and I can keep my feet on the ground. So if you have that option, that's a scaling option. So without the scaling option, I'm just going to come down to a nice kind of relaxed shoulder position, lift the feet off the ground. And I may aim to kind of like mess around with the weight in my hands, switching it back and forth. That's definitely not necessary though, but that's what I may mess around with, just to move around a little bit. If a dead hang is unrealistic, then keep your feet on the floor. So I'm just going to manage the amount of weight in my hands with my feet. You can see I can press up, I can hang down a little bit more, I can take 1 foot off the ground. Up to you. You're going to choose something that's going to be challenging, but that's not going to beat you up, that's going to be doable. Excuse me. If you don't have a pull-up bar, I mean, you could do this on a branch in a tree. You could do this. I don't know if I'd want to hang on my door frame, to be honest. Probably wouldn't do that, but just find anything that you can put your hands over. Worst case, you could find yourself a table, get underneath it, hang with your arms straight underneath the table or a chair or something that you can get high enough. Movement number 2, and this is the one that the dog's going to get excited about. We're going to call this a gorilla walk. So I just want to get down to the floor, basically. I'm just going to walk, hands and feet. I may do some, some double foot hops. I just want to get down, move the joints around a little bit. I might move in different directions. My goal is just to kind of flow a little bit. Let the joints open up, get the blood flowing. Relatively simple, right? It can be whatever you want. You can roll on the floor if you want. Maybe not a good idea, especially if you got a dog around who may come and get you. Come and get you. So take a minute. If you need to set up a pull-up bar or something, there's not really any gear needed today. So we'll get started here. As usual, we're going to go 10 minutes. We're going to alternate between those two movements. I may go for, almost the whole minute for the gorilla walk. And the hang, I don't know, as long as works. I won't be able to see the timer, so it'll be a guess. So let's do this. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, share this. Let's reach some more people. Let's do this. All right. So I'll start with the hang probably. 3, 2, 1. Let's go for it. Shut. Oh, that was long. Okay. Should count a little bit more. 5, 3, 2, and daddy. Oh, God, yeah. That's not. No. That's awkward. I actually started to burn the hips a little bit. That's interesting. 5, 3, 2. Oh, you got chin up, grab super baby. Stay calm, dog. I'm gonna do one with the hands inside the legs. Outside. ladies. Five, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's getting shorter. Count better. That's halfway. No. Sideways. Whoa, that's hard. Maple. So easy. 10. Three, 2, 1. No. Just try to eat shoes. Hey, what you gotta do? Here we go. Oh, that was long. 3, 2. No. No. Last round. 3, 2. No. Maple. No. No. Hey. Stop it. last set of whatever we're calling these, gorilla walks. 3, 2. The hop. Yes, great job. Take a minute. Got sweatier than I thought. Move around, grab some water, catch your breath. All right, we're just gonna get into a nice, easy shoulder stretch here. Hopefully you don't have one of these because they're terrible. Okay, so I'm just gonna go hands on the box here. You could obviously do this on a chair, on a bench, table, maybe go. And then all I'm gonna do, stop licking me. I'm gonna walk back and drop the chest down. Kind of keeping the hips over the knees. Maple, please stop, go. Go. And so that's active recovery. I think the point here, like you may be thinking that active recovery has to be like crazy low intensity, you know, can't get your heart rate up, can't get sweaty. It's just like, take it easy. And that's definitely not the key, not the truth at all. You know, if I had, another good option for this would be, you know, jump on a bike, an Echo bike or an Assault bike or a Concept 2 bike erg or a rower or any one of those kind of machines and just go for, you know, half an hour, go for an hour, just nice and easy. You know, you're definitely going to get a sweat. The body's going to get warmed up. The joints are going to feel lubricated. When you get out of that, when you finish it, you're not going to feel stiff. You're going to feel nice and loose. And that's the goal, right? It's kind of like a reset. You're kind of just trying to put your body in a place that when you get up tomorrow, you feel a little more ready to hit it hard. That being said, like once you warm up, you know, like I feel pretty good right now. Like I could do a workout. I'm not going to push it. I'm going to keep it here and make sure that I can stay consistent every day and that tomorrow I'm ready to hit it a little bit harder. Tomorrow's going to be a heavier back squat day. Remember, we're live here, 4:45 tomorrow morning. So now that we're primed, now that we're prepped, the body feels fantastic. You know, your last step is to sit down and do your work, right? Whatever that means. Maybe it's building a new business. I was watching that Alex Hormozi book launch yesterday, $100 million money offers. And like, it just jacks me up, right? If you are someone who's ready to take that next step in your life, be it in your job, in your relationship, in your finances in general, anything, your skills, your intelligence, whatever it is, you're ready to step that up, it's going to require dedicated time and action. You're never going to find time. You're going to make it. You're going to carve it out. And that's what this time is right now. Look, it's still pitch black outside. The people in my house are still sleeping. We don't do this at 6 o'clock because if I did, they'd be up. So the point here now is I've got at least an hour and a half, depending on your life. You carve out whatever you need, but do it every day and make time for progress. Maybe you're reading a book, maybe you're writing a course, maybe you're taking a lesson on something, maybe you're meal planning, maybe you're prepping a relationship get together, whatever it is. The most important thing that is going to take you towards your long-term goals, do it now. It's homework time. If you join me this long, you are my tribe. You are the people who care about making progress in your lives, and you're going to do it because we're going to do it together. So thank you very much for joining me. I love you guys. If you're new here, like, subscribe, share this with someone else who needs a change, a little kick in the ass. And remember, we're live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4:45 a.m. That may become more and more lives, who knows? But you really got no excuses. All there is to it is just to join us. So simple. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Every day on the 5 a.m. Squat Club. You are the challenge today. Yeah. We're back in our heat wave. So the water tank, which you can't really see there, she's ready to go. A little overcast. We were supposed to get some rain last night, but I don't know if we did. Have yourselves a fantastic day, team. Let's go.